everybody this morning. How we doing? Monday morning. Who defines it? You do. This is your Monday. This is your week. Okay? Every single choice we're making, generational choices. You define your choices. You define your life. Remember, life's not happening to you. You're creating it. I'm not saying bad things don't happen. Okay? I'm not saying sickness doesn't come. In fact, I'm going to tell you right off this morning, the Oglesby house is hurting a little bit today. Okay? I am not 100%. My daughter's not 100%. Mama not 100%. So we may cut off a little bit early today. I'm going to give you all I got for a little bit. And then we'll probably jump off a little bit early. I'm going to give you a little time back. But we're going to get in. We're going to get into it before we do. Okay? Now, first and foremost, I got to tell you this. As you start to tell me everything you're grateful for, let me tell you what I'm grateful for today. My bride, that's who I'm grateful for today. Come on now. All right? Like, I know y'all see her and you hear her, but I get a front row seat every day to watch her be mom, to watch her protect, to watch her love, to watch her give when she ain't got nothing left to give. She just keeps going. She runs our whole business. There are just millions and millions of things that mama leans in on, that she's so behind the scenes. A lot of times people don't see that. And so today is her birthday. Come on now. Come on now. Y'all ready? Yeah. Now I ain't going to tell you what year it is, because that would not go well for my marriage. Okay. So I'm not going to say that. I will tell you this though, whatever number it is, mama don't look like it. You understand what I'm saying? She don't look like that. Okay. If y'all see my bride, you know this. So here's what we're going to do. Okay. I would like for all of us to give her the best happy birthday song ever. Okay. So I would love for you to come off mute. I don't care what your voice sounds like. You just make a joyful noise. All right. You just put it out there, and we're going to sing happy birthday to my bride. You ready? I'm going to okay. Count of three. Ready? One, three.
Happy
birthday
to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday,
dear
Al.
Happy birthday
To you.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday, mama.
Happy birthday.
Oh,
Happy birthday.
Thank you. That'll mean the world to her this morning. So that's right, Roxanne. Happy 21st birthday. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, let's hear from you this morning. Tell me something good. What's a win you had this week? Something that you're grateful for? Anything at all? Let's hear from you. Come on.
Hey, Dusty.
Define. Go for it, brother.
I got to tell everybody how grateful I am for you, because I've been absent from this group for several weeks, and Dusty actually reached out to me personally to make sure I was okay. This is a real man here in front of us. He's not here for show and go. He really cares about all of us. So thank you, Dusty. But I just want to throw something out. I'm not going to try to bring everybody down, but the last weeks have been tough. Life has gotten in the way. We've had people sick in the family. We've had a lot of things going on. It's getting busy for me in real estate, so I haven't been able to be here too often. But everybody who's on this screen, all you'll ever hear sometimes is all the great things that's going on. But let me tell you something, folks. We all have tough things going on too. And today is the eclipse day, and we're going to eclipse everything that's behind us and move forward. And Dusty is our leader, and he's a great man, and I'm happy to be back.
Man, I love you, D. I love you, Define. It's so good to see your face, man. Good to have you back this morning. So somebody else, what do you got this morning? I love that. We're going to eclipse everything behind. That's what I'm talking about, Define. Ernest, go for it, buddy.
Hey, good morning, guys. So my, I guess my win for this weekend is that we took Saturday off completely. We went to Austin. We found another resort, spent the day in Austin. Completely disconnected from work, which is awesome. But the biggest win is that our son was not on his ADHD medicine, and it was a fantastic weekend. We only had to correct it a couple of times, but it was freaking cool.
Come on, man. Hey, guys, I know not all of you have heard this. Ernest and his husband, Jason, adopted a little boy named Christian. Ernest, will you just tell them how much medication he was on when you adopted him?
Yeah, he was on 12 different medications when we adopted him, and he's on one now. And this weekend he was on 0, and it was and he had soda, and he had candy, and he had sweets and s'mores and everything. He was actually pretty good.
Come on, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm
it was
talking
good.
about. Hey, if you think the people around you don't matter, let me tell you something, man. That little brother's environment changed, and the words that started going into his mind were changed, and his heart. And that little dude literally has changed his entire life. And I just super
I will
awesome.
have I will have to admit, I did have a margarita or two at the end of the day, just to refresh my mind. But it was fun. It was fun.
I love it. I love it. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Anybody else want to share this morning? Let's see. Amanda Meyer said she passed her test. She's officially a Florida realtor. Come on now. Y'all give her a big hand. That's what I'm talking about. Well done. Well done, Amanda. Kim Drees, go for it.
Hey, good morning. Great to see everyone. So this weekend, I lost my phone just stopped working. It just would not turn on. All I got was the Apple emblem. So I learned that y'all, if your phone starts getting full, figure out how to lower the usage because you will lose everything on your phone. So I have lost everything on my phone. They did get it to turn on, but they had to restart it. So now I need to reach out to every single person in my database because I don't have them in my phone anymore. So I'm gonna make it positive, but seriously check your phone because you'll lose everything if it shuts down and quits working.
Oh my goodness. Hey, well, we're just gonna call everybody, right, Kim? Hey, was there a little bit of time when you were like, this is kind of cool, my phone doesn't work? Did you have a moment?
Maybe a smidge. I was trying to just be grateful and go with the flow, but
Yeah.
I knew there's so much going on that I was like, man. So, I mean, I did have a total Sunday off of no phone.
Hey, see, I mean, there's blessing in the middle, right? So,
Yeah.
well, Kim, I know that is, it's actually part of what I'm telling you guys this morning. That can throw us into a lot of disarray pretty quick. So we'll get that. We got a coaching call this week. We'll get on that. Okay. Ryan Holmes, go for it, brother.
First of all, can you hear me?
We got you. We got you this week, bro.
That's good.
Come on now.
A couple wins. Got to see this past Friday one of our very own, Hayden, bring Define to Abilene, Texas, and so that was really cool. Get to see him do that. Number two, it is Masters Week, which is always fantastic for me and for the week that we have. But the big win was I got asked to coach again, basketball. Did it for 10 years. And yesterday I got to work with some 8th grade kids doing drills. I haven't done that literally in 13 years. And so getting to coach some little dudes and tell them to back door. And it was a lot of fun. I did play defense in slacks because I came straight from church. I'm not very fast.
I'm impressed you played defense at all. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's true. Story.
I know our age, bro. I know jumping in and playing defense with that. You stretched though first, right? Did you get a little bit of that?
Yeah. Yeah. A whole lot.
We will talk about the level of sore today. That's awesome, brother. That's awesome. Well, hey team, let's go ahead and start like we do each and every single week. Make sure we set our mind right and our heart right. We're going to journal here for a few minutes. Write down those things that we are grateful for. I get the gift and honor to coach Kim, and let me tell you, I consistently see Kim when moments don't go her way, work to catch herself to get into the right mindset, and that's what we're doing. That's what we do this for, right? Is to go, hey, maybe some things this morning in your world are a little bit in disarray. I know they are in our home, right? We got a little bit of off. And so we've got to find, hey, how do we find the positive in that? How do we utilize it for us? Okay. Also write down the people that you're grateful for. And then I want you to ask a key question today, and it's what we're talking about today. I want you to ask, where in your world are you disorganized, unorganized? Where in your world? I want you to think about all of it: your heart, your mind, your spirit, your desk, all right, your listing presentation, okay, all of it, man. Where in your time, where are we disorganized? We're talking about organization today. Take just a few minutes. We're going to journal, and then we'll jump right back in here together, okay? Here we go.
They say sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. And right now I'm losing bad. I've stood on this stage night after night, reminding the broken it'll be alright. But right now, oh right now I just can't. It's easy to sing when there's nothing to bring me down. But what will I say when I'm held to the flame like I am right now? I know you're able and I know you can save through the fire with your mighty hand. But even if you don't, my hope is you alone. They say it only takes a little faith to move a mountain. Well, good thing a little faith is all I have right now. God, when you choose to leave mountains unmovable, oh, give me the strength to be able to sing. It is well with my soul. I know you're able and I know you can save through the fire with your mighty hand. But even if you don't, my hope is you alone. I know the sorrow and I know the hurt would all go away if you just say the word. But even if you don't, my hope is you alone. You've been faithful, you've been good all of my days. Jesus, I will cling to you, come what may, 'cause I know you're able, I know you can. I know you're able, and I know you can save through the fire with your mighty hand. But even if you don't, my hope is you alone. I know the sorrow, I know the hurt would all go away if you just say the word. But even if you don't, my hope is you alone. It is well with my soul. It is well, it is well with my soul.
All right. All right. Good morning. I trust that got you just in alignment as we get started today. As you start to think about today, this week, all the above, be reminded you get to define it. I'm not saying difficult things aren't going to come your way. In fact, I'm saying that they are. All right. I'm saying that they are. And the way we think is how we make sure that we operate differently. Remember, we can't always choose our first thought. We can choose what, though? My second thought. Okay. I get to choose what I do with that first thought. All right. So here's what we're talking about today for just a little bit. And that's this word organization. Okay. Yeah. You're welcome. Let me tell you where this came from. All right. Maybe you've had a moment like this. This was a first for us. So I am I like everything to be neat and organized. Where are my neat and organized people at? Where are you? I know you're out there. Some of you are like, nah, we're good. It'll be all right. But there's some of us, you know, like it's kind of in our DNA. Man, I just like things neat and in order and in its place. And we had something happen that totally wrecked that at the Oglesby house. Now, here's the deal. Nobody else, it didn't really bother many people in my house other than old Dusty over here. Okay. And here's what happened. The washing machine stopped working. That's what happened. It just stopped. Okay. Wasn't going to happen. And do you know when it stopped? The day after the warranty was up. Anybody ever had that happen? Hey, it had 3 years of warranty, but that's not when it stopped. You know what I'm saying? It stopped the day after. Now, let me tell you what that did to my world of order. It totally blew it up. Anybody ever have your world just, that's it. That's it. I thought I was in order. Everything was at spot and it didn't. Man, so I'm a person that, so just so y'all know, I do the laundry at our house, okay? It's not because nobody else, it makes me feel good to know that everything is folded and in its spot, okay? It relaxes me. I know that's weird. I'm just telling you it does, okay? No, I'm not coming to do yours, okay? All right? I only do it inside my own four walls. I love you with all I have. I'm not doing your laundry, okay? But I like on Sunday night, man, before the week starts, everything in our house, man, is clean and done and ready. And we could go. Let me tell you something, man. Last week I woke up and I was just a mess because everything felt off, okay? Disorganized, not where it's supposed to be. Now, the reason I'm bringing that up to you is I know that maybe you've got some pieces of your life and your business that are in the same spot. Yes or no? Okay, you tracking with me on this? All right. Maybe something's completely broke and it's caused disarray. Has that ever happened to you before? Okay. Maybe the laundry's piling up. Like my kids were like, Dad, where are my jeans at? I'm like, oh, now, yeah, you're pretty happy. Oh, Dad does your laundry now, right? Like they forget, I think sometimes, right? But maybe the laundry's kind of piled up in your world. You with me on this? Maybe you're getting up and things seem out of sorts, right? And so I immediately, man, like just got online, all right? Got online, ordered it, knew when it was coming. And this week I have just been doing the laundry. It's felt so good, man. I just, fold that stuff, put it together. It felt so good. Okay, now, my whole point is I want us to take a look today at this. I want everybody to write this down today. If you don't hear anything else I say today, would you please hear this? There is health and wealth in organization. There is health and wealth in organization. And I want to give you a few things today as to why that is, why it's so important that you and I get organized around. I'm going to give you a few areas that I want you to think through your level of organization today. Here's the first one, your organization of time. Your organization of time. Everybody hear me. We all have the same amount of 24 hours in a day, and yet some people tend to be more, do more, and achieve more. Why is that? Here's why. They organize their time, and then they operate and honor their behavior within that organization. You with me? Did you know you can organize your time and still be a mess? Tracking with me on this? Like you got to deliver on the promises made to yourself around time. If you don't honor it, you just got a really pretty calendar that accomplished absolutely nothing for you. Okay? All right. How about this? How about the organization just of your space? Do you know how much health there is in I'm talking about your workspace. I'm talking about your home space. Okay. The more organized you are, the more productive you will be. I promise you. Okay. Some of you may like, no, coach, like I'm really, really good at living in chaos. I would just challenge you and ask you, how do you know that you're not better living outside of chaos if all you've ever done is live in chaos? You understand what I'm saying here? One of my first coaches in my life, I came in and I said, man, I'm really good working under pressure. Like I'm a machine under pressure. He said, I love that. He said, can I tell you that I don't think you actually know how to work outside of pressure? Because my procrastination constantly led me to pressure. Are you tracking with me on this? And then he taught me to actually plan and prepare and study. And man, I was really good then. Okay, are you tracking with me on this? Okay, let me give you some benefits and then I'm going to go back into the areas. Okay, here's some benefits of organization. And I'm talking in every part of our world, our personal life, our heart, mind, our workplace, our relationships, your business. Okay. And I want you to I want to really challenge you today in every area, but here's some benefits. Here's the first one. Organization will automatically boost your productivity. You will be more productive the more organized that you are. You know where everything is. You have a plan. You have an order. You have a rhythm. Can I tell you something? I firmly believe that you and I can live and operate in order and rhythm even in the middle of chaos. Okay? I believe we can take chaos and we can bring organization to it. We just have to make the effort to do so. You with me on this? We've got to slow down in order to get organized. And when you get organized, I guarantee you, you will be more productive. Okay. Here's the second one. When you get organized, it makes decision-making easy. Okay. You're not a mess in your mind. Okay. You know where you're going. You know your direction. You tracking with me on this? And so it makes my decisions easy because I know where I'm going. I know where to find what I need. I know who I am. Everybody hear me. I have a clear mind. Do you know how much better you operate when you have a clear mind? How about this? I have a clear heart. I have a clear conscience. It allows me to make decisions easier because I know where I'm at. I know where I'm going. I'm not in constant turmoil. Tracking with me on this? When we're in the middle of being unorganized, it creates unorganized thoughts. Okay? Which creates unorganized decision making. You ever made some decisions and went, well, that one was not a good one? You ever done that? Yeah, anybody? Okay. When I look back in my life, the moments of that didn't go well for me was because it wasn't going well for me when I walked into it. I was already a wreck. I made a decision in the middle of unorganization and I can't figure out why it didn't work. You guys tracking with me on this? All right. Here's the next one. I love this one. When you live in organization, it ignites your creativity. Come on now. You with me on that? Like, I want you to sit on that for a second. Like, every one of you on this call are creative inside of you. You have things you're thinking and you desire. But when you get all discombobulated, I don't even know if that's a word, but when things are just everywhere, man, you can't be creative. You're too busy dealing with the mess. Right? I'm in cleanup on aisle 5. I can't be creative. I don't have time to be creative. I got to go put out the fires that I've created. You with me on this? Okay. I want you to get organized so that it will create and ignite the creativity that's inside of you. Come on. You with me? There's so much better that you can do. Everybody hear me. Everybody listen. I love you. You can do better. You can be better. You got more creativity inside of you. We just, you know where it is? You know where it is? It's underneath all the laundry. Okay? Right? Some of us, you got to go get a new washing machine like we did. Okay? All right. Here's the next one. Ready? It improves your physical health. Yeah. True story. The more organized we are, the more it improves our physical health. Okay? And if you're wondering, like, wait, coach, what do you mean? Can I tell you some of the healthiest people I know, what they do? They literally have their vitamins laid out because they know what makes their body operate well. I know a lot of people that have food prep already done, have meals delivered to them. Felicia, am I right? Right? Like, hey, I'm gonna bring organization into my world, and it allows us. Here's what it does: we start making healthier choices around our bodies and our minds when we get organized. And I'm gonna speak to my real estate people here for a second. Let me tell you something I know about you because I am you. Some of you get up in the morning and you are behind before you even get started. And then you run 900 miles an hour all day long, and you stop off and you get food delivered to you through little windows so that you can keep driving to your next showing. Are you with me? And we're putting stuff into our body that's not serving us well. And we wonder why we're tired or don't have energy. You guys with me on this? I love you. I came to step on your toes a little bit. You're welcome. Okay. We just got to get organized. What would it look like if we had it all planned? Okay. And I know things don't go perfect to plan. What would it look like if we just had it all planned? Right? What would it look like if you had healthy snacks in your car? I don't know. Just throwing that out. Okay. All right. It improves your physical health. Here's number 5. It improves your mental health. It improves your mental health. You will think more clearly when you are organized. Everybody hear me. When you are organized in your heart and you are organized in your mind, you will think clearly. Okay? When the laundry's piled up in my heart and the laundry's piled up in my spirit and the laundry's piled up in my mind, man, I'm constantly doing laundry. You guys tracking with me on this? And so my mental health suffers for that. Can I tell you that your physical health will be a result of your mental health? You with me on this? Can I also tell you that your mental health will be a result of your physical health? These two things go hand in hand together. In the Define Room, we do an exercise, and that exercise has you walk through 5 key areas of your life. I want you to write them down real quick. Your mind, your heart, your body, your spirit, and your relationships. Your mind, your heart, your body, your spirit, and your relationships. Those 5 things make up our lives. My question to you is, which one of those areas or which number of those areas are unorganized? You with me on this? Okay. All right, here's the next one. It improves work-life balance. It improves work-life balance. Have any of you ever gotten way too far to the right on work and life over here has been left alone? You ever done that? I've done that. In fact, it's one of the reasons that I'm actually standing on the screen today, because I saw that I was doing that, right? It was work. Here's what I found. And I think this is in a lot of lines of work. It's especially true in the line of work of real estate agents. Team, this will take everything you got and then some if you allow it to. It'll take every ounce of your time. It will take every bit of your mind space. Okay. It will affect your heart and how you feel. It will wreck your relationships if you don't take control and define your time within this. Are you with me on this? Okay. There is a work-life balance. And here's the truth. It's actually a counterbalance. Okay. Can I tell you something? I've been alive 46 years. I don't know if I've ever had a day that was fully balanced, like ever. Okay. There's even times when I think I do. I'm like, oh man, we are organized and there is balance and flow and rhythm. And then all of a sudden we're like, nope, never mind. Never mind. Yep, that happened. Right? A kid gets sick, deal falls through, I get sick, right? I mean, very seldom is there this balance. It's really a process of counterbalance. How do we counterbalance? Well, we get organized in every aspect. Okay. And then here's the final one. Okay. Or two more. I'm sorry, two more. It strengthens your relationships. The more we get organized. Now, let me ask you this. When your mind is organized, do you think you operate better when you speak to people? Do you think maybe you're a little quicker to listen and a little slower to anger? You tracking with me on this? When your mind is set on the right things. How about when your heart is organized? Do you think maybe you operate different with people? I'll be the first one to admit to you. When my world gets unorganized, I am much more prone to snap at my bride and my kids. Much more. When things are in disarray, right? I respond. Actually, I don't respond, I react. There's a difference between react and respond. You with me? And when we are living an organized life, okay, then what happens is we respond differently. Okay. Here's the final one. When we live in organization in life and in business, it unlocks your true potential. Everybody hear me? You can go a lot further than you've already gone. You got so much more inside of you. I think a lot of us, though, it's just covered up, right? The laundry's just piled up. Things have been broken for so long. Can I tell you something? I don't even know what our house would look like today if we didn't get a new washing machine this week. Okay. Like it would be epically bad. Epically bad. All right. We had to make adjustments in order to make the change. Okay. So my question to you today is, where do you need to make adjustments? Where are you unorganized and you need to get organized? You tracking with me on this? Where are you unorganized and you need to get organized? Let me give you a few areas of your life and your business to take a look at. Okay. We talked about time. We talked about space. Okay. We've talked a little bit about these other ones, your mind. How organized is your mind today? Everybody hear me. The reason that I ask you every morning to sit down and journal is that is an organization of your mind. It's setting your mind on the right things in the right way so that you get to define your day. Stuff's going to fly at you all day long. You with me? But you get to define your day and the way it operates if we start by setting our mind on the right things. Same thing with our heart. Okay? Are you organized in your heart, or are you full of pain there, brokenness, frustration? Like, where's it at? You with me? Okay. We talked about your body. Okay. Can I tell you today, like, I can feel my body not organized. Does that make sense? Like, that's what sickness is. It throws our body off of the rhythm and the order that we were actually created to be in. Okay. And so today my body is unorganized. So I'm not showing up at the level that I desire. because my body just says, hey man, like, you need some rest, right? Like, hey, we're overdone and we need some rest. Okay. Here's a few more though. Let me ask you this. How organized are you at work? In your job? What does your level of organization look like? And do you think your level of impact is affected by your lack of organization? Okay, with me? Like, are you showing up prepared or are you showing up completely in disarray? Right? Hair on fire, sliding into third. Okay, it's time for me to do my job. I don't even know where I'm going to start. You guys tracking with me on this? What in your business and in your work life needs to get in order that is out of order? Okay. Let me ask you this question. How about your home? How about your home? What does the organization inside your four walls look like? Does our home affect our work? Yes or no? Does our work affect our home? So wouldn't it make sense today? Here's what I want to ask you to do today. As soon as you get off this call, sit down and go, these are the areas that I know that I'm in disarray. And here's one thing I'm going to do to change it. Just put them down. On the left side of the page, go, here's where I know I am missing some organization. Okay. Do you know a lot of the one-on-one calls that I'm on? This is what we're talking about. Hey, what's the goal? Where are we going? Okay. Where are we at in relationship to that goal? What I'm asking is, what's our organizational level towards the goal? Are we operating in the plan that we wrote down? Do we even have a plan? You with me on this? Most people who come to me and show up at coaching, what I find is they have some sort of a plan, but we don't have it on paper. So we can't measure it. We can't track it. We don't know if we're executing on it. And we wonder why we're in disarray or we're disorganized. Okay. And it's the same thing within our homes. Okay. It's the same thing within our homes is disorganization. All right. Couple things I would also say is your goals and your steps. Are they organized? Do you know where you're going? Okay. This is what a GPS is, right? This is where I'm going. Here's the steps I'm going to take to get there. Now, are we following the steps? Because if you don't follow the steps to get there, what happens is you will end up unorganized. Are you with me on this? Okay. And so then we just end running all the time. Let me ask you this about your business. How about your database? How organized is your database? Can I make you a promise? A messy database will lead to a messy business. Okay. A messy database will lead to a messy business. How organized are you in your database? Are you automated? Are things moving in the way that you desire for them to do without you even having to necessarily touch it on a day-to-day basis? Okay. What does it look like for you? So some of you have heard me tell this before, and I'll tell it again. I think organization comes down a lot to how many of you have automatic bill pay? Anybody have automatic bill pay? Things just come out. Do you know why you do that? Because it's organized, right? Like you have to take time to set up automatic bill pay, yes or no? Right? Like, and it takes a lot of time to get all that set up. But man, once you have it set up and it's organized and it's running and moving, does it make your life calmer? Yes or no? Okay. I want you to imagine today that all of your automatic bill pay went away, that all of your information got compromised, that you had to go get all new debit cards, all new credit cards, everything got tossed up into the air. Would there be some massive unorganization in your life if that happened? Yes or no? Okay. Great point Angie put over here. When's the last time you organized your finances? Woo-hoo. Okay. If all your information was compromised today and everything else, What would you spend all day tomorrow doing and possibly the next day? You would spend the whole time getting it back in order, would you not? Like you take all the time you needed because you know if you don't, what it's going to look like, right? I want you to think about all the bills you pay and everything that comes out of your bank account each and every single week. If you're organized, you should be able to do this, okay? And then I want to take you back to the year 1985. Does anybody know when 1985 was? Anybody? Some of you on this call are like, I don't remember 1985. I was not there. I want you to listen real closely as to what life looked like in 1985, okay? In 1985, we had automatic bill pay, and I would like for you to know what it looks like. Are you ready? Here's what it looks like. You would, when it came time for your bills, you would walk outside of your home into the elements. You guys know what I'm talking about? Okay. And there would, outside of your home, there would be a mailbox, not an inbox, a mail box, metal, a lot of times made out of brick. Okay. You would open that mailbox, and inside of there would be a stack of bills that you owe to people. You would take that stack of bills, you would go back inside, you would open them up, all of them one by one. You got to open them up one by one. You got to look at how much money you owe to each one of them, okay? And then in 1985, we had this incredible technology called the perforated flap. Have you ever heard of it? It's the little dots along the bottom, so you don't have to lick it or cut it. You can just tear it easily. Perforated flap, 1985 technology, okay? And there was a little box in there. You would write how much money you were going to send them. I don't know why, but they had it on there. Okay. I don't think it mattered, but they did anyway. So you would write in there how much money you were going to send to them. And then you would go get your checkbook. Okay. That's made out of paper. All right. And if you were fancy in 1985, okay, you had duplicate checks, where you could see what you had written. You know what I'm talking about? Duplicate check, people. If you weren't fancy, and we weren't growing up, you had a ledger in your checkbook where you had to write down every single dollar that you spent, because if you didn't, you had no clue how much money that you had, because you couldn't just get online and look at it on your fancy little phone. Okay. Like you'd have to write down the check number. You'd have to write down HEB and how much money you spent and carry the one and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. So you would do that for every single bill that you have. And then you would take that check and you would put it inside the envelope provided. All right. And the envelopes, we had another incredible technology that sometimes there was a window already cut out for it. So you had to get it in there just right, so it showed where it was going to. You know what I'm talking about? If you didn't, you had to fix it. You would do that with all your bills. You would have to lick them, because we didn't have self-adhesive stuff in 1985. You have to lick that nasty thing. Okay. Now I have all my bills. Now I got to put some stamps on them. So I go to get stamps out of my little kitchen junk drawer. You know, y'all all have a junk drawer. And when I got there, I realized I don't have any stamps. Oh no, what am I going to do? Let me tell you what you're not going to do. You're not going to get on your fancy computer and order them, because we didn't have that. You're going to go back outside into the elements. You're going to get into your 1985 Oldsmobile that's made out of metal. Okay. And you're going to drive halfway across town. It's going to take you 30 minutes. Okay. And when you get there, you have to go inside, because they don't have a little kiosk. You got to go inside where people are. And you get in there and you realize that 30 other people don't have their stamps either. All right. And that's how long it's going to take you to pay your bills every single week. Okay. Here's my point. I think a lot of you are operating life and business in 1985. I think we're unorganized. I don't think we're automated. I don't think we're ready. I think we're writing checks that maybe we don't have the money for. I think we can't find our stamps. Maybe we don't even know where our checkbook is or what our balance is. You guys with me on this? We're living unorganized, and we wonder why we're frustrated. Okay. I'm going to ask you 2 questions, then I want to hear some ahas from you. Here's what they are. What do you need to get rid of? And what do you need to keep? What do you need to get rid of? What do you need to keep? And what do you need to just adjust? You ever done spring cleaning? Are you guys doing this right now? Anybody doing a little spring cleaning right now? Okay. When you do that, what do? You go into your closet and you're like, need it, don't need it, right? We get organized. Do kids count? We get, I love Amanda Boudreaux. We get organized. Are you with me? And even if you're not a organized kind of natural person, doesn't it feel good to get organized? Like, man, like right? Like you go out to your garage, you're like, it's garage clean out day. And you feel amazing when it's over. Okay. You could conquer the world. Why? Because we just got everything into an order and into a rhythm. What's out of order? What's out of rhythm that needs to get organized in your world, in your life, in your business, in your heart, in your mind, in your spirit, in your relationships? You with me? And everybody know that they all play on each other. Okay? They all play on each other. So what do I need to get rid of? What do I need to keep? And what do I need to adjust? Okay? Everywhere you feel unorganized, write it down on the left side of a piece of paper. On the right side of the piece of paper, write down one thing you're going to do to make a change. And take them one at a time, okay? Hey, everybody hear me. You're not going to get organized overnight. Doesn't work that way, okay? Take the most important one, get organized there. Then move to the next one. Get organized there. And what will happen is you'll start to live in organization, okay? All right, let's hear from you. What questions do you have? What ahas do you have? What are you taking away from this today? What are you taking away today? Let's hear from you. Anybody? Felicia, can you make it the whole screen so I can see everybody? Rhett Campbell, go for it, buddy.
So Dusty, this is something that I needed that I didn't know that I needed. So a story that come to mind. The first thing I want to share is that I made a note and I said that I needed this reminder that I'm not surrounded by others who are excelling. And what I mean by that is when I was a state trooper, I worked in one of the busiest counties in the state of Tennessee, which was Rutherford County, just south of Nashville. And it's extremely busy there. At one time, we had about 11 troopers in that county because the call volume was so high. And each one of us had like our little cubicle areas in the office. And mine was there, as always, organized. Everybody knew you could take anything off my desk that you needed, just make sure that you put it back. And I came in the office one day and everything that had been on the left side of my office was on the right, and everything that was on the right had been put on they literally took everything I had and swapped it all out in different locations. So immediately I called my lieutenant and asked him, I said, hey, LT, I said, did you play a factor in the rearranging of my desk? Because he was a big prankster, and he said, that's your personal space. I would never violate your personal space. And of course, I just start laughing because I know it was probably him. So I started to put everything back and I said, well, if I do that, they're just going to do it again. And it was neat. So I left it that way. But the point I make by this is when I was surrounded by others who were excelling, and I mean in comparison in a healthy and good way here, it helped me to stay on track to where I needed to be or to what levels that I was trying to reach myself. And I've kind of let that go because, I have a team, I have people I work with, but I don't get to see them daily and be surrounded by that constantly to keep my levels high. So that's going to change. And then number two, I wrote this after you had shared point number 4. Dusty had not shared with me today what he was going to cover, no information, nothing like that at all. I just think it's very ironic what I wrote by the time you got to the end. And there's a lot of P's here, and that was just the way it panned out. But it says planning and preparation predicts progress. And to me, that encompassed the words organized. So I'm going to say that again. Planning and preparation predicts progress and the highest probability of reaching your truest potential by doing this. Mm-hmm. Thanks, Dusty.
Come on. Well said, brother. Well said. That dude's writing a book. Go get it. Ryan Gillen, go for it, brother.
Hey, good morning, everybody. You said something so powerful. This definitely was a provoking message this morning. And upon my reflection, I can only speak for myself, but hope I speak for others in the fact that, being disorganized, sometimes I notice the areas of my life I continue to keep disorganized because I know the investment of time that's required to reorganize that thing, and it's almost daunting at times. And you said something so powerful in here. You said slow down to get organized, and immediately my mind went to those particular situations where it almost became a heightened revelation of realizing, okay, This is not slowing down to organize is actually a reinvestment of my time back to myself. And so that was a huge aha for me, realizing that it's okay. It's not going to push you behind schedule. It's actually going to keep you on track and maybe even keep you ahead of schedule. So that was powerful to me.
That's right. Well said, Ryan. Yeah, absolutely, team. I agree with you, Ryan. There's a lot of times we don't do certain things because we think, well, I don't have time for that, right? And the reality is, if we'll slow down and create time for that, we will actually gift ourselves more time, right? On the other side of it. And not just will we gift ourselves more time, you'll gift yourself peace. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, organization brings peace internally, externally. It just does. Okay. Debbie Cannon, go for it. Oh, Debbie, you're on mute. There we go.
Can you hear me now?
Now we got you.
All right. I started the 66-day challenge on making my bed a while back, and I concluded that I still make my bed every single day. And I've also started the 66-day challenge on sitting down and reading scripture and journal. I'm on my 17th day on that. I lost a lot of weight when I lost my husband, and now I'm kind of inching back up. So I joined Noom, and I am taking care of that, and I'll be doing daily I guess lessons on it. And also, when I did my taxes, I wrote a budget for my personal finances, and things are starting to get organized for me because I have had so much disorganization since the first of the year. I'm beginning to finally feel like I know where I fit now and what I need to do. I have a clear picture of it. Clarity is power.
I love that, Debbie. Yeah, it is. When that's a great way to put it, right? When we make the choices to put ourselves into those rhythms, it does give us clarity, right? I mean, I can think a lot clearer as I get in order and rhythm in all those areas. Well done, Debbie. Kristen, wrap us up. What do you got?
So I absolutely love the whole time and planning and structure. Like, I am such a nerd with it, and it is just who I am. And anyone that knows me knows that if you look at my calendar, you see everything going on in my life. However, so our team that I get the honor of leading, it's so interesting. Even our staff members from our sales rep side of things, I can tell by their production level how organized that they are and how structured they are with their time, and also stress levels. I also know that with myself, when I can feel or sense myself getting stressed or overwhelmed, I might be just the slightest bit out of alignment with my organization or not have it where I need it to be. So that's always the first thing I recognize is, and even within our team, I'm like, what are the things you need to do? Where do we need to get organized? And this was a good reminder for me from a leadership standpoint and leading our team with seeing where they are and how they're performing. Like, step one is where's your time? Where's your organization at? Because that's usually the number one thing that can alleviate majority of your problems.
100%. Hey, and team, sincerely, like, I have massive respect for Kristen Stabeck and the way she operates time. It's like, I've learned from her. I coach her, and I have learned from her on a time standpoint. Like, you should see her calendar. It is unbelievably awesome. Okay. Now, it may put you into a little bit of a panic attack. But it is epically awesome. She just knows, right? Like, Kristen will text me and she's like, hey, in September of 2026, can we adjust on this day? And I'm like, I have no idea. No, I love it. Massive respect for it. Team, it really does. And I agree with that, Ernest. Kristen should teach a class fully on that because she is just phenomenal at it. And Rhett, I want to agree with you too, buddy. Rhett said every time we're on this call, it improves him. I want to second that. Team, I love this call every single morning. I woke up this morning not feeling well, and I have a massive level of energy now, which I think is about to go away as soon as I click off. But thank you so much for the way you show up. Please tell my bride happy birthday when you get an opportunity today. And I love each and every single one of you. Thank you guys so much. Bless you. You go define your week, your life, your business. Get in order this week. Okay. Operate in rhythm. Let's go. Love you. Take care. Bye-bye.